Hi everybody, happy Sunday. Um, I think that my video this evening should be geared towards people who love people who are in relationships that are unhealthy. One thing that I spoke on at a victims' rights vigil a long time ago was basically I was speaking to the families and the loved ones of people who lost somebody to domestic violence. And the only thing that I could really say is don't turn away from them. Even if they don't talk to you for days or weeks or months, it's not because they've turned away from you out of a lack of love or appreciation for your love for them. It could really be because they are afraid to hear the truth. They're afraid to hear that they need to leave because they're not ready. Don't feel like anyone loves you less if they're in a domestic situation and they don't reach out to you. It could very well be because they are trying to sort through things, and if they didn't get out on time and they lost their lives to a domestic partner, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, and there's nothing that you could have done differently. Unfortunately, for people who are really invested, really strong-minded, really tied together with their heartstrings to the person that is abusing them, they have to sort through those things themselves, and sometimes they just don't get out. They don't get out on time, or they don't get out alive, and it's not your fault. So don't ever blame yourself for someone's abuse to one of your loved ones. If you're fortunate enough to still be able to see this person, spend time with them, share moments with them, and build memories, then just cherish what you've got now, and don't beat yourself up about the fact that you couldn't get them away from that sooner or save them from the hurt, physical or emotional pain that they endured while they were in that relationship. Because even though we may not understand the person that's being abused, unless you're somebody that was in that situation yourself, it is extremely hard to understand why they would stay, why they would put up with what they put up with, why they would get through that in horrendous ways that you could never imagine. Unfortunately, it's not for all of us to understand. It's just something for us to love them regardless and be there for them when they do reach out, if they reach out. There are a lot of situations where people they're just not ready to leave for one reason or another. And so they don't. They hide from you when they've got bruises. They don't talk to you when their voice is crackling because they're on the verge of crying again. It's not your fault. So if you couldn't save them, don't lose your sleep over that. Just know that you did the best that you could and that you were there with them when they allowed you to be. It's just a very sordid situation. There's so many levels to someone who's being abused that unless you've been in it yourself, you really can't understand. And that's okay. Just love them. And if they've passed, just know that you love them the best that you could. So, with that being said, just keep loving people. Keep being their support if they allow you to be. And even in the times that they don't, just pray for them. Just keep strong and keep praying for those that don't have the strength for themselves. Just keep it pushing.